Good morning, this is Margaret at the University of Sewing, and it's Facebook Live. Unfortunately, our dear Caitlin cannot join us today. She hurt her back, so she is not going to be here today, so I'm on my own. Well, I shouldn't say I'm on my own. Of course, Dave is filming us, so who knows when he actually might pop in and say something, but it's basically going to just be me today. So it is incredible, but we are 23 days away from Christmas. How did this happen? 22 days, I guess. It's just incredible. I don't know about you, but my Christmas list is not done. So I've got some ideas for you today. I have some wonderful things to show you. And for those of you who weren't with us yesterday, Dave and I just got back from an amazing trip. We were able to take it wasn't a short vacation, it was a long vacation. And thank goodness for Denise and Alice and the rest of the crew here at University of Sewing, because they did an amazing job of taking care of everything while we were gone. So we got to go to Bernina in Steckborn, Switzerland. That was just one part of the trip. It was just absolutely amazing. We did one of those Rhine River cruises. We had planned this trip actually 3 years ago. And you all know what happened. It didn't happen. So we had just waited and waited and waited, and finally we were able to do our trip. So we started off in Amsterdam, and we stopped in a lot of different places, including Cologne, Germany, and then we ended up in Basel, Switzerland, and then we took a trip to Steckborn so we could go visit Bernina. So we had an amazing time. I had so much fun. I'm going to be posting pictures. I promise I'm going to post pictures on our University of Sewing page. If you're personal friends with me, you've probably already seen them, but if you haven't, I'm going to get Dave to post some pictures. I'm going to post some pictures so you'll get to see some of the really fun things we did on that trip. We got to go to some really cool fabric stores. Amsterdam had a really cool fabric store. We went into another one in Cologne, Germany, and then we ended up in a really cool one in Basel, Switzerland. So I actually am doing something kind of fun today. I'm going to show you some of the fabrics I bought. But what I also am going to do is we're going to talk about Christmas. We're going, you know what, January 1, we've been in business at this location for 6 years. It is just tremendous. We were able to do all of this. And you guys are the reason, and we are so grateful. So on the 15th and 16th of December, that should be a Thursday and Friday, we are going to be doing a open house anniversary, whole open house for those 2 days. And we're going to be open extra long. We're going to be open from 10 until 8 on that Thursday and Friday. We are going to be offering some really cool things. We're going to do an online sale and an in-store sale. We're going to be doing food. We'll have snacks here. We'll have just some different things you can see that we've been working on. We will have drinks for you. We will have, at the latter part of the day, after probably 5 or 6 o'clock, there's probably going to be some wine available. There is going to be, we're like I said, there's going to be sales. So we're going to have all this stuff. Now, if you aren't here in Bloomington, obviously, you might not be able to come. So I'm also going to do some special stuff for you guys online. So I've already got some things in mind. Keep an eye out on our Facebook page. You will see it. Keep an eye on the website. You'll see it there. So we will be talking more about that as we get closer. So today, I want to give you an idea for a really quick, really fun kind of gift or something for yourself. We have been working on, our wonderful employee, Lori, came up with this idea of doing these really beautiful napkin kits. So I wanted to show you how they turn out. They are gorgeous. They're 20 by 20. And we have them in a variety of Rifle Paper Company fabrics. So you will get a set of 8 napkins. They all look like they belong together. And this is really great for at the dinner table so nobody ever thinks that they're taking somebody else's napkin. and it will make your Christmas dinner table just look amazing. So what we're doing is we put this kit together, and the fabric's pretty well cut. You might have to cut off some salvages, but other than that, it's pretty well cut, close to what you need. You're going to cut these at 20.5 inches square, and then you can finish them. You can either do it on your sewing machine with just a simple ruled edge, or you can go ahead and do it on your serger, which is what we did. So we have a video on YouTube that's going to be available when you buy this kit. And actually, I'm going to put it available for everybody anyway, but I haven't done that yet. But this beautiful 3-thread rolled hem is what we use to do this. And on the corners, we just overlap the stitching. So it's a super simple, you start, if you're going to do this, start in the center of one of these and go back around and then just overlap your stitching. So what the video is going to show you is how to do the corners. And that's always the tough part, because people get really frustrated with those corners. So what I want you to be able to see is how easy it is to do it. So we've got several of these kits ready and available to go. Just put in the word napkin in the search engine and you can make your own purchase of them. And so they're ready to go now. I talked about them yesterday too, but we didn't have them done. So if you go on there to yesterday's video, you can see Leah actually stitching one of these groups of napkins. So 8 different fabrics. You get them all. They're pretty well close to being cut, right? But you're going to do the less accurate squaring up. And then once you do that, you can either do the 3-thread rolled hem or just do a stitched hem on your sewing machine. So that's a really cool thing that you can do for your holiday table. Hey guys, guess what we came back in? Tula pink black scissors. They're beautiful. They just came back in. They're really pretty. These are available. We only have a couple sets. So you might want to make a purchase of these pretty quickly if you like them. I think they're really beautiful. So I hope that that will be something that you guys will really enjoy.
Do you have a giveaway today?
Oh, we do have a giveaway. I'm sorry. I forgot. So, all right. Oh, and guys, we made a beautiful bundle of those Rifle Paper Company whole Christmas bundle. Fat quarters. It is listed under RJR Holiday Classics. So it's got some nutcrackers. It's got some really cool things. So that fat quarter bundle is ready for you to go. And there are 21 of them. So that's really cool. Okay, today we are going to give you another beautiful Presto Avenue Designs by Claudia Lash. It's this really adorable pattern. You piece the background, you applique over top of that, and look how cute that is. So this is yours for free when you share if you're the one chosen in our drawing. So remember how this works, and we really do appreciate it because we're getting customers coming in from everywhere. So, I mean, the past week we had people come in from California. We had people come in from New Hampshire, Tennessee. People are starting to find out about us, and we really, really appreciate that. So if you will share, then more people will know about us, and we can help more people have wonderful experiences with their sewing. So this is the giveaway today. So I'm going to show you guys something that unless you've been on the latest arrivals, you probably have not seen these. And I'm just going to tell you, I only bought one of each. And so if you like these, order these really quickly because they're super cute. So first off, we have this Stitch Happens enamel pin. It is beautiful. And it is by Kelly Fannin Quilt Designs. And I just saw this and thought it was lovely. If you guys like this and you want me to get more of them, I can probably do that. But I wanted to check it out and see if you guys liked them before I made a big purchase on that. But what I did decide to do is get some really cute metal Christmas ornaments with all kinds of sewing sayings on them. So if you have a friend that you're wanting to do some really cute little present for, this is a great little stocking stuffer. It's a great idea for your gift exchange. These are only $13. And the name of this is it should be Let It. Somebody put in the system a little wrong. I'll get that corrected. Let it sew. Not let it snow, but let it sew. How about why? Yes, I'm a sociopath. So that's really cute too. These are metal. They'll last forever. They've already got a little ribbon on them ready to hang up. Oh, and then this one's just a really lovely old-fashioned vintage machine with beautiful roses on the bottom of them. No words. Then we have this one. The only thing I love more than quilting, it's being a grandma. So that one's a really nice one. Or about have yourself a quilty little Christmas. And then, of course, just a really great Merry Christmas with beautiful pieced hearts on it. How pretty are those? So, as I said, I only have one of each of those. And the reason I did that is because I just wanted you to have a selection and you can get the one you like. And I just thought it would be really a fun thing for your Secret Santa gift exchange or something like that. We've all got our sewing friends that we want to give a present to. I thought those would be lovely. Okay, so...
Margaret, at least say hello to Caitlin. She's watching.
Is she watching? Hi, Caitlin. We miss you. It's not as much fun when I'm all by myself. So it's always more fun when I have people to play with, as Denise would say. Okay, so I want to show you something before this fabric is all gone. We took the striped fabric from the Spirited line and we made a custom cut center, and I'm going to show you the fabric here in just a minute. And the really cool thing about this is just depending on where you cut out the horses, you can have something different in every other one. And the really cool thing is if you have a horse loving friend, this would be such a lovely gift. So let's go ahead and get the fabric out so that you can see that. So we're going to put that there. Oh, come on. Oh, it's just not going to let me do it, I don't think, Dave. Let's see if I can do it there. Okay. So this is that beautiful fabric from Northcott. It's called Spirited.
You'd get in trouble in Basel doing that.
Yes, I would get in trouble in Basel. I'll have to tell you guys about the mean lady at this fabric store. So, look at the beautiful horses on this. And so think about this. So just depending on where you cut out the square for the horses in that center block, you could just go along and get a different picture every single time. And so it just will make a lovely, lovely pieced block quilt. And I just thought, before this fabric is gone, some of you are really horse lovers. I know you are, because Spirited ran out of here so fast. I think that we need to make sure that you don't miss out on some of this wonderful fabric. And we have some lovely fabrics to go with it. So we still have a few of the ones that actually were made with this line. But the really cool thing is that new Northcott line called Surfaces. It has beautiful fabrics that'll go with this. But I went ahead and brought back out, we still have some wonderful, this gold kind of brown to go with it. And we have also this particular fabric, which kind of, I'm not sure what I'd exactly call it, but it's very mottled and browns. So these are all going to go with this very nicely. But we also have some other fabrics that we would be happy and thrilled to put together for you. So if you decided you wanted to do something like this for like maybe a lap robe or even a bigger quilt, we can help you figure that out. We spent this last week helping people figure out their quilts. It's been so much fun. So we're going to set those off to the side.
You know, we should share that with the quilting cowgirl, the Bernina.
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. And again, there's the block and how we went ahead and used it. And that beautiful teal green in there. And this is that sheen fabric from Robert Hoffman. So I'll bet you even have something really fun at home. This is another Northcott piece right here. And it is just gorgeous with this. So you might not even need us to get you anything else. Just buy a couple yards of this striped fabric because it has the 4 stripes on it, and you'd have plenty to do a quilt. So I think the teal really makes it pop though. It's always nice to have something light in your quilt. I tend to be a little dark, so that sheen and that teal really helped it pop. Okay, so we got some new fabrics from a company called Blank. And we've started to carry some stuff from them, and I really like their things. They're really nice. So one of the things we got, which I thought is very cool and very precious, is this with the stamps from all over the country. No matter where you're from, you're probably going to find your state or city in here somewhere. So I thought this was really lovely, and I wanted to share it with you guys. It just has a lot of fun to it. So if you're making something for your next little travel bag, wouldn't that be just a fun fabric to include? So there's that. And then these fabrics are also all from Blank, and they are 108-inch wide fabrics, and you need to kind of get close to this. It's not a solid. It's actually got a little bit of a print. It looks like there's like little leaves and things in it. And we have it in 3 colors. Now this one is a really bright, vibrant green. It has some darker greens in it, but it's so usable. I think you guys are gonna really find these fabrics very, very usable for your quilt backs. Again, these are 108 inches and they're super reasonable. We've all seen how much prices have gone up. Well, I have the lovely, you know, a lot of these 108s went up over $20. Well, Blank is still at $8.13 a yard. So that's a really good price. And I'm always looking out for you guys to find you quality stuff at reasonable prices. So look at this one. You've got a nice beige, and it is just absolutely beautiful. And I wanted you guys to see these because sometimes when we're working for the back of our quilts, it's a little bit of a struggle. If you want, we can always send you a slice of the fabric, and you can decide if it's actually going to work for your project or not. And I'm just going to tell you these things are heavy. So I'm going to move them out of my way here so that I can show you more stuff. And I'm getting my weightlifting in today. Usually this is where Caitlin helps me. Since she hurt herself, she can't do that. So, all right. So we've got those. I wanted to let you know we got in some really cute Riley Blake fabric. This is a brighter line than most of the time I feel like Riley Blake does. Most of the time I think their prints are fabulous, but sometimes their colors are a little drab for me. This is a really bright and happy line. I think it's beautiful. I think you'll be able to, and you know, you've got your blues and oranges, some yellows, and there's even a really cool green on the back there. So I wanted you to see those because I think they're pretty special. So I wanted that to make sure that you knew we had some of those available for you. And, oh, I better tell you again, if you share, now you know how to do this, don't you? What you do is you hit the share button on Facebook, and then in the comments, you put that you shared. And so then you can get entered into the drawing to win this wonderful pattern. So this is a great pattern. You'll be able to use it with, you know, I'm guessing you probably have a fat quarter bundle that you've been wondering what to do with it. This might be a really cute way to use it. So, all right. So how about I'll Watch You Fly? Have any of you seen the latest from RJR's Fabrics? This group of fabrics is called I'll Watch You Fly, and it's got the prettiest butterflies. So what I'm going to do here so that Dave can kind of show you what's going on here, I'm going to take this little plastic thing off of here, and I'm going to fold these fabrics back. So you get a couple of the lights. There's a pretty nice blender. Check out the pretty butterflies. They've got them in that. This is a beautiful little floral that they've got. You know, RJR does such a good job with these kind of prints. Look at that. I really like this fabric with these wonderful peach flowers in it and this pretty gold background. And there's your yellow blender to go with it. A wonderful group of butterflies on a kind of gray background. That floral design now in a green. And then we've got our blender in green. We've got a background with a dark green on it. And then this gorgeous kind of maybe like a kind of grayed out pink. Really beautiful group of fabrics. So you can get that in fat quarter bundle. You can get it in this group. See, we have the fat quarter bundle right here. So if you want to use that, we've got the 2.5 inch wide strips. We've also got, obviously, the layer cake, and we've also got it as a charm pack. So if those inspire you, that might be a nice group of fabric for you. Okay, guess who sent us some fabric finally? Alexander Henry. Alexander Henry, getting fabric from them is, they just wait until they get enough orders and then they print. So sometimes that means we get them in 4 months. Sometimes that means it takes a year. So this one is a reprint of something they'd had for a while, I guess. But I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. And you guys know I love my Asian stuff. So take a look at how pretty this is. This is kind of a muted jade green. It's got beautiful bright pink flowers on it with a little bit of gold. It's got these wonderful Japanese characters on it, and it is just gorgeous. So I hope that you will find it as pretty as I do. I'm going to just tell you, this fabric is amazing. This could be made into a dress or a shirt very easily. You could even do like a cute little kimono jacket out of it if you want. It's got some substance, it's got some drape, it feels lovely. So I think that this could be used in a lot of ways. So I wanted to make sure I showed it to you today. And then we got some Ghastly fabric, but this one doesn't really have much of the Ghastlies on it. It's just basically the wonderful print that they've come up with over the years. And look at how cute. This is all just sewing notions. You guys know I have a thing with sewing fabric. So we brought you another sewing fabric, really cute, super adorable. No Ghastlies on this one, but it'll go with any of your Ghastlies. So if you want a group of Ghastlies fabrics, I know we have a fat quarter bundle that's made up of those. So you might want to think about that. And then interestingly enough, they have this fabric and they call it Victorian, well, I'm missing the last part of the word. So I'm going to say garden maybe, but it could be holiday fabric, but you know what? It sure doesn't have to be. It's just got kind of a winter theme, but it is really just absolutely the most elegant colors. It's very beautiful. And I can see it being used in lots and lots of different ways. So maybe you have a Christmas tree skirt that you wanted to do, or maybe some stockings or something like that. I think that would be a lovely addition. I wanted to tell you 2 more things that we've got going on. We just started making a whole bunch of groups of 3-yard bundles. If you were thinking about making some 3-yard quilts, we all know it's kind of the fashionable thing to be doing for our charity quilts. We have put together some really cute bundles, and these guys are only $25. So if you are thinking that you want some 3-yard bundles, you can go ahead and tell us what color groupings you want, or if you want us to send you some pictures of what we've got on hand at the moment. These are basically an in-store item, but you know what? We don't mind shipping them to you. So if you want us to send you some 3-yard bundles and you want it to be, maybe you want something that's a little bit more masculine themed. So we have something like this. It's got our blues and our grays and stripes. It has a little bit of a masculine theme to it. Or if you want something that is maybe bright and happy for kids, this little group is just what you're looking for. It has this wonderful pink tie-dye group, and then it's got pink and an off-white in it. How cute is that? So there's a whole bunch of these we've got pre-cut already. And if you want something like that, just ask me and tell me what you're interested in. I'll be happy to send you some pictures. Last thing. I was going to talk about something else. We'll leave it till next week. But I wanted to show you some of the things I brought back from our trip, because they're just really unique and interesting. So let's go back here so I can kind of lay them out on the table. First off, look at this. We stopped in a wonderful store in Amsterdam. And you know what their business card looked like? It looked like a button. It was really cute. So one of the things that we did when we were in Amsterdam is we went to the Rijksmuseum, which is where all the Dutch masters paintings are. And it's really interesting to go ahead and be in an area like that. Did you know at the European museums you can get really close to these paintings, like within touching distance, and they don't put glass in front of them. So that was really interesting. We had no idea, but this was one of the paintings we saw, and we go into this fabric store, and there it is as a panel. Who knew? So we had to get a panel of this. It was pretty fabulous. So that was one thing that we went ahead and got. Then we were in this wonderful shop in Cologne, Germany, and they had this precious fabric with its sewing machines, and it's a linen, so it's just, I'm gonna make myself a little tote bag or something out of it. I think it's really cute. Another one of the fabrics we bought at that shop was this wonderful knit. It has a very Art Deco feel to it, and I really liked it. I don't know if you guys remember or not, but we've been talking a little bit about our next block of the month. It's going to have a whole Art Deco theme to it, and it is fantastic. We're going to be bringing that out to show you pretty soon. So keep an eye out for that. Oh, and we have an event coming up in January. I've almost got everything ready for that. If you were thinking that you might want a long arm, doesn't matter if you're thinking sit down or stand up, this event is exactly where you want to be. We've got a wonderful woman coming in from Virginia. Her name is Robin Fillins, and she is going to be here, and we're going to do a whole 2 days worth of long arm events. So I hope that you will block that off on your calendar and be able to come. All right, so these were my finds from Cologne, Germany. I showed you the one from the Amsterdam shop. Oh, this one was from the Amsterdam shop too. That shop was really interesting. It was very costumey in a lot of ways. But this beautiful piece of fabric, it's very soft and drapey in this beautiful blue color. I was thinking I could make myself a top out of it. So I really liked that a bunch. So the last pieces I'm going to show you were from this cool, very she shop in Basel, Switzerland. And I was telling you that I had an experience with the person from Basel, Switzerland. She's a grumpy store clerk. And I don't even think she was an owner or anything. I think she was just a store clerk. I took a bolt of fabric and I set it on the floor. And their floors were immaculate. It wasn't like that they were all covered with mud or snow or anything like that. Their floors were immaculate. And I set the bolt down so that I could see how wide the fabric was. And she came over and immediately practically ripped it out of my hands and said, "We don't put those on the floor." So I was like, well, so what I guess I will tell you is that we have all kinds. So fortunately, the first person that greeted me at the store in that store was very nice, or else I might not have stayed. So I have these couple of pieces of fabric. One of them is this wonderful textured blue fabric. It is amazing. I bought that there. You know what? I missed one of the fabrics. I wanted to show them today, but that's okay. I'll do it another time. But then I got this gorgeous piece. Now this really makes me think of the fabrics I remember in my in my parents' house when I was a little girl. And it's got these beautiful kind of abstract flowers, very interesting way of drawing them, and this beautiful colorway in the back. And yeah, it does. It reminds me of that early 60s kind of stuff, but this is so soft. And I can't wait to make something really beautiful and elegant out of it. I'll have to show you guys once I get that done. And then the final one, this stuff was so neat, I had to get it. And it's semi-transparent, and it's got this wonderful kind of almost, it looks like it almost has an animal print on it. And I wish you could touch it because it's actually got the coolest texture. And it has a teeny bit of stretch to it. I think that's just because of this kind of corded effect in here. But it's really interesting. So you guys, what do I make out of this? I'm kind of trying to figure that one out. I was thinking maybe I could do something like my best or something on that order, but boy, this one's a tricky one. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this one. So I've got another piece of really, really dramatic gray and black fabric that I've already decided it's gonna be a jacket. And I'm hoping that I'll have it ready for the holidays next year to wear is some really fancy events to go to. So everybody, that is about it for today. Now, like I said, we're gonna have this wonderful event in 2 weeks where we're gonna do the holiday open house anniversary event, and look for the sales on that. We have got some fantastic fabrics right now, things that you won't find anywhere else. There's beautiful stuff. We can help you put together anything. If you've got a last minute project and you're struggling putting the last pieces and parts together, let us help you. If you need help with anything else, we always do private lessons. So if that will help you, we can always do that. We're not doing a lot of classes this month. We are doing a couple mastery classes, but you know, it's the holidays and we've been busy. So I need to take care of you guys first. So I want you to know how much we appreciate you, and thank you so much for sharing our video. If you're seeing this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to us. We appreciate it. And I hope you have a fabulous Saturday, and we will see you next Friday for Facebook Live.